week, and I wanted to talk to you today about one of the beliefs that I think many of us have, which is good things never last, right? So another variation that I have heard is waiting for the other shoe to drop. So having this feeling of, oh my God, amazing things are happening, but it won't last, so I better enjoy it. Or some people say that I can't really enjoy it because I know that other bad things will follow, or other people were telling me that I need to guard this so that I can have it as long as it needed, so that I don't lose it, right? So this is the story that I have heard a lot in the latest sessions that I have been having with my amazing humanitarians, and I wanted to address this and also give you some ways for you to handle it or for you to do something about it. Because the reason why I think this is a fascinating belief that we need to watch out for is it assumes several things. And I want to bring to your attention awareness what those are and how they will affect your life. One of the assumptions that it has is that it will immediately bring some bad things, right? So we need to watch out for. In other words, it is going to bring some sad events afterwards. So better we don't enjoy what we have. Another assumption that it has is that it's all happening to us, meaning that we don't really have any say in the matter. It just like magically happened. So now we need to just be grateful and guard it, and have it while we have it, well, basically, right? So it has this like scarce feeling to it. Another assumption it has that we don't really know how to handle the negative emotions that come after this. Let's say if it's the case, right? So we feel like we're really reacting to things and trying to enjoy while we can, but at the same time having this is like a slight aftertaste or slight feeling of we can't really fully enjoy it, so we don't allow ourselves to enjoy it, and therefore we start becoming like greedy of even the good things that we have, right? And I think the biggest impact really that I see this good things are never here to last, or never good things never last. That I think the biggest message behind it is that things are happening to us, good things are happening to us. So therefore, we don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know we can recreate it again. Therefore, we just need to like hold on to it. And the other way that I think the for the other shoe to drop is when we get anxious about what if it doesn't last, what if it's not really real, what if it's this and that, and then we start doubting and questioning it. And what that does is that it abdicates our responsibility of how we're actually creating these results or these events in our lives. We just feel like it somehow happened, we don't know. And therefore, one of the biggest impact I see of this belief is many of our humanitarians are not really feeling like they are the ones who have created what they have currently. They don't really recognize how they're already established or accomplished, how they're already successful, and they don't feel like that's something that they're creating, and therefore they keep feeling like they crave for more success, they crave for more accomplished feeling, and they feel like they don't have it, and they keep chasing something else, right? And one of the biggest impact I see of this type of belief that good things never last, this belief really has us assuming that things happen to us and we can't really do anything about it, and we're not the ones who are creating it, right? So, and And I think the other big impact of that is what I see really is that we are then assuming also that we're not really good at handling emotions that we don't want to experience, and therefore we want to avoid those emotions, right? So that's the another big impact. Now, if we want to do something about it, and if we feel like we want to enjoy being in that good moments, being in that success moments, being in that accomplished moments, and not be afraid of something bad happening afterwards, or not afraid of like how to keep it so that we're not losing it so that we can enjoy it more, right? If we don't want us to be in that situation, then here is what you can do. So first, we need to really question the belief and the narrative around good things never last, because we have a story that somehow we have, I don't know, created from the past, or we have observed from the past, or we even maybe didn't observe but just somehow heard it and just internalized that that's how things are. And therefore we need to question that story of, is that really true? And even if it's true, let's say that our brains say that yes, because of this and this things, it was true, this is how it happened. Then the question is, do we really want to keep that story? Do we really want to keep that story of good things never last? Right? How do we want that story to change? And one of the variation that I heard from another amazing coach was, she was say Kristen Voss, and she was saying that the narrative could be changed to good things are here to stay, right? And then the reason why we're going to change that narrative is, the second thing that you can do is, instead of abdicating your responsibility as to how this all happening to you, instead of keep thinking that, what if you thought about how you have created that event for you to happen? Yes, there might be other people who have helped you in the process. Yes, there might be element of luck or however you define it, but you have made that event happen in your life. And if you did that, if you took the responsibility for how you have created that event to happen, then you have more curiosity as to how you have created that good moment, good things, how you were in charge of creating that success, creating that accomplishment. And then you start realizing, like, if you're in charge of creating this event, then you can also create other more and different and better events. And you can get curious as to how you did it. And some of the ways that you can really change that narrative is, what are the story you're going to tell yourself about how you have created it? What are the thoughts you're going to look at as to how those thoughts created these good feelings, these good moments for yourself, these successes, these accomplishments? What thoughts about yourself and about what you have done created these? And how can you create more of that? Right? And the third thing you can do is definitely look at, why are you feeling like you need to earn happiness, right? Because good things never last. I think there is that element of also us feeling like we need to earn the happiness. Somehow, many of us, I think, have this feeling of we need to earn that happiness, and we can't just have it, we can't just generate it. So, therefore, question yourself as to, why do you need to earn that happiness? Why can't you create and generate happiness with your thoughts? And how can you do that? And the more we realize that we are actually in charge of those emotions and feelings, and we're the ones producing them, and we're the ones producing them in the way that's so useful for us, even if it's the good emotions or the bad emotions in quotes, right? We are producing them because they're all necessary for us, for our growth, for where we're going. So once we start realizing that they're not against us and we're not like fighting them, we're just using them to get to the next thing, then we're not afraid of dealing with emotions, that we're not afraid of getting curious about emotions, and we're not afraid of feeling them and getting intimate with them. And therefore, we need to start really recognizing that we're not earning emotions, but rather we're creating and generating them. Maybe some of them we're not conscious about, and that's okay because we haven't really paid attention. But now, if we're paying more attention and being more deliberate, then how are we creating them? And that what that also does is that we stop chasing for the happiness, right? These we stop chasing for the happiness. We stop feeling like we're earning them, but rather we're just moving in the flow with the emotions of we're seeing or we're experiencing this emotions. That means that we are thinking these things, and that's okay, and I can change those thoughts to something else, or I can change my story to something else because I'm going to this direction, right? So we start getting so much in tandem with our emotions instead of like fighting against them or pushing them away or trying to guard certain emotions so that we feel like they're so fragile, like the good ones are so fragile that we need to now guard them and hold them so that they last. So we don't do any of those things. We just get more flowing and smooth about it. So that's why I really want you to think about how currently you might not be enjoying certain moments, certain accomplishments, certain feelings of success, certain things you're proud about, or certain things that you're so happy about, certain things you're joyful about. Instead of guarding them, instead of feeling like, oh my God, they may disappear, so I rather enjoy it, or they may disappear, so I rather like get so fixated on them, or like get obsessed about them, or not even enjoy them. Instead of doing that, allow your allow your brilliant genius brain to start questioning that belief of good things never last. Start questioning them, and then start creating a new story, a new narrative around, is that really true, right? Is that really true, and is that really happening to me, or I'm creating it, and how am I creating it, and getting curious about it, and taking responsibility for how you're creating these moments, how you have created based on the work that you have done, based on the work that you have done in yourself, how you've created and how you can create more of that. And then getting also curious as to, um, really, do you really need to earn these emotions, or you're generating them, and how are you generating them, and what thoughts are helping you generate them, and then how can you do more of that. And I really want us all to really have this inner freedom to be experiencing amazing moments, and also experiencing moments that are not so amazing, that are maybe negative, but still knowing and feeling like we're in charge of how we can handle them. We know how to handle them, and we can go through them and get even stronger, get um, even better at handling them, instead of being so scarce about guarding the moments that we have and fearing that we won't have it again. So therefore, we need to enjoy as much, and then we pressure ourselves, and then we don't enjoy it, and therefore we don't even get to have those moments that we are so desperate to have. Right. So that's why I thought that I would share this with you so that you can allow more of the emotions to be within you. And if those amazing, joyful, happy emotions are coming that celebrate the event, that celebrate the moments of your life, be all in it. Allow yourself to be fully immersing in it, not thinking about, well, what may happen afterwards, or what uh, some bad events may happen afterwards. Don't even allow yourself to think about it or worry about it, because worry has the like power to destroy what we have. Instead of that, just stay and be in the moment and enjoy it. And as the more you can do that, interestingly, you can also start realizing you can also do that with those emotions that we consider negative. You can also allow and immerse and be in those emotions, instead of keep wanting to get yourself out of it, keep wanting to be somewhere else, and therefore not enjoying your life. So, my dears, if you're ready to get coaching on this, absolutely send me a message. I would love to coach you so that you have this inner freedom to be growing, to be experiencing life in its fullest by knowing how you're creating those amazing moments, and also knowing and feeling this confidence to know that you can also get through those tough moments and getting stronger on the other side. Have an amazing week, and I'll speak to you very soon.